Now on CoastTV News. We're starting our Thanksgiving day with cloudy skies, rain developing, especially to our west and north. The rain could be heavy at times this morning, then drying out later today. A cooler Black Friday, then the big chill starting this weekend. Details coming up.
Thanksgiving travel is in full swing. What to expect here on Delmarva and across our country. Pricey plates, we are breaking down the cost of Thanksgiving food this year. And Parking Solutions, Ocean City green lighting, a new plan to ease street congestion.
This is CoastTV News Today.
Good morning, everybody. Thank you so much for being up with us during our 5 o'clock hour. I'm Paige Marley. Well, as you're waking up today, maybe you're waking up early for maybe a turkey trot, or you're getting on the road, you're traveling, but you're going to want to pay attention to some rain, some wind as well. So to help you with whatever you're up to today, we're going to bring in Bob Chahi to start us off this hour. Bob, happy Thanksgiving.
Paige, happy Thanksgiving to you too and to everybody at home. We're seeing lots of clouds and even some showers now developing across the area. Light showers across Sussex County at the present time. Let me go ahead and update my clicker here real quick. There we go. You can see some of the showers across Sussex County and then back through Annapolis, Dover, and then parts of Kent and Newcastle County. That's where we have the heaviest and steadiest rain through Baltimore and Philly right now. We've got the rain farther south and west into Virginia, and it's snow across Pennsylvania and interior parts of the Northeast, and there's more rain to come as low pressure is tracking to our west. We're on the warm side of that, but we'll see the rain as we go through the morning. It's mild, so no problems with ice or anything. 57, Bethany Beach 56 in Delmarva, Georgetown at 56, and we have a southeast wind coming off the ocean. That's a warmer wind, and that will pick up later today. We're looking at the rain this morning. It will be heavy at times. Here's 9:30. We're into the mid to upper 50s. We're going to see ponding on the roads, and some of that rain definitely will cause some visibility issues. Then we'll start to see the rain moving out as we go into early afternoon, and maybe you can throw the football around a little bit this afternoon, work off some of that turkey with temperatures in the 50s and eventually 40s with clearing skies. So a washout this morning, but then more sunshine into the afternoon and shifting winds as well. Then really cold into the upcoming weekend and beyond. More on that coming up and the latest on your Thanksgiving forecast in a few minutes.
Bob, thank you so much. From planes to trains to automobiles, this year's Thanksgiving travel, it's going to be packed with a lot of people. This as brewing storms threaten coast-to-coast disruptions. But for those who booked this year's travel with maybe credit card points, you are in luck. There may be recourse. Maribel Gonzalez picks up the story from right there.
Almost 80 million people will travel over Thanksgiving, AAA projects. Add to the already busy holiday, a blast of frigid Arctic air affecting much of the country, and potential slowdowns due to air traffic controller shortages.
We are working the traffic, the staffing issue as quickly as we can. We expected some disruption, which is why we're pushing so many controllers through the pipeline.
If your flight is delayed or canceled, using credit card points may get you out of a bind.
Pull out your points, book yourself on another carrier. Even if you don't end up needing to use that flight, you can cancel and get all of your points back for free.
Brian Kelly from the Points Guide suggests also using them for future holiday travel, especially as prices can go up.
You'd be shocked at how much award availability there is.
Some other considerations: if it's your baggage that gets stranded, report the bag at the airport. Consider letting the airline deliver it. Keep receipts of anything you spend through the days without your luggage. If it is lost, check your airline's claims and compensation policy. And during this holiday rush, remember to pack your patience and perhaps some items to keep you busy.
I feel like you should bring like a lot of books, because like if you're first traveling and you feel like, oh, it's going to be great, I'm not staying that long, I don't need like things to entertain me well. Most likely you're going to need something to entertain yourself.
I'm Maribel Gonzalez reporting.
That's some good advice right there. Now, locally, many of you might be heading out of town for Thanksgiving, but there are also a lot of people coming here to enjoy their holiday. Flights have been arriving at Wilmington and Salisbury airports, and we spoke with some travelers who say their trips weren't too difficult. One couple who are happy to escape the snowy conditions up north.
We got out of the snow, we beat the traffic, it was great.
Very good. I made it super easy. That was my first time in Salisbury Airport, and it was a very small plane. So that was a little different than what I was used to, but just being able to get right off the plane and like a 2-minute walk to the car, that was nice.
All right, now maybe you're taking this bridge and look at the Bay Bridge now. We're going to look at it heading westbound. Many of you, I'm going to be on that one tomorrow. More than 71 million people are expected to be on the road this week. If you are going on the Bay Bridge, look, right now, pretty empty. We know it won't stay that way, though. AAA says if you're keeping score at home, that would be a record with how many people are traveling, though. Again, doesn't look like it now. We're going to get there. All right, well, let's talk money now. The national price of Thanksgiving dinner, that's actually down about $3 from last year. It's at $58, but in Delaware, according to the NASDAQ, prices are up 45 cents. So that makes the total for the feast $64.50. People were filling up their carts and checking out on Wednesday, some last-minute shoppers. Some noticed price changes. Others, though, they were not bothered by the price.
That's the difference between last year and this year. The only thing that's going down seems to be the gas.
I think things are about the same. We kind of buy the same stuff. We're okay. We're hosting Thanksgiving for 17, so we kind of break the bank no matter what.
The $58 national price tag for Thanksgiving dinner is the lowest it's been since 2021. Well, if you don't like cooking for Thanksgiving or you just want to save some time by going out, there are a few places that'll be open for the holiday. Harvest Tide Steakhouse in Lewis welcomes people for a Thanksgiving buffet from 11:30 a.m. to 8 p.m. Harpoon Hannah's in Fenwick Island, also welcoming individuals and families for a feast. Spain Wine Bar in Ocean City open as well, and the Baywood Clubhouse in Millsboro open from 11 to 6 with a buffet. And those are just a few places that are open, but we do have a full guide online. You can just go to CoastTV.com to check that out. All right, I know you're looking forward to it. Just a couple hours away from the Thanksgiving staple on NBC, the 98th annual Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade kicks off on Coast TV at 8:30 this morning. The massive balloons are already inflated, and they are waiting to make their way through the heart of New York City for all of us to see. New York City officials say their entire team taking extra security measures this year to make sure parade watchers are safe.
I really want to take the moment to tell those Grinches that believe they're going to disrupt the parade, it's not going to happen. Just as we responded last year, we're going to be on top of those who attempt to interrupt the parade in any way possible.
New York City officials say there are no credible or specific threats to the parade at this time. We're going to head a little closer to home now. Do you know what tandem parking is? It's where one car blocks in another car. And that's actually a solution Ocean City is considering to save space and open more parking spots in the coastal town. On Tuesday, Ocean City Council discussed changing their parking rules to allow tandem parking. According to the Ocean City manager, this would apply to private homes and condos in town. Locals tell us they see pros and some cons.
I think that if it were a private home, that would be acceptable because you'd know who you're parking next to. However, if it were a public area such as a condominium, that may not work out very well.
Once the recommended changes are made, this will go in front of the OC Council for a first reading on December 16th. But all of this right now brings us to our Coast TV poll. We want to know what concerns you the most about potential tandem parking. Let's see. Ooh, look at that. 89% of you say moving the cars more often. I guess that makes sense. You got to move in and out, make room for people. Just 1% of you saying space size unclear, 1% saying harder for visitors, and a couple of you chiming in with the property value impact. It's clear what most of you are thinking right there. So don't forget, you can continue to vote. Go to CoastTV.com or you can vote on our app. Right now, though, we're just getting started this morning. Still to come, how your leftover pumpkins can turn into tasty treats for local farm animals. And drug test strips and opioid rescue kits, how a new, what is called a harm reduction vending machine in Milford can save lives. But first, a Thanksgiving tradition on NBC, as well as the National Dog Show, a local man who reached international acclaim in the sport. We have his story and legacy in this week's Coastal Connections. That's next.
Feel the magic of the season as you wander your way through an immersive winter wonderland at Ocean City, Maryland's Winterfest of Lights. Let imagination flourish at Northside Park with thousands of twinkling lights and larger-than-life animated Christmas scenes. Sip hot chocolate, snap a photo with Santa, and enjoy the array of holiday exhibits under the illuminating holiday lights. Find your magic at Winterfest of Lights, an Ocean City, Maryland family tradition. Open November 21st through December 31st. Get tickets at OCOcean.com or Northside Park.
DSN Plus is more energy. Extra live games and on-demand replays anytime, anywhere. DSN Plus is more hype. From playoff matchups and unified football to marching band showcases, we highlight what makes Delmarva unique. DSN Plus is more hometown pride. We go wherever our teams go with up to 5 live games every weeknight. DSN is still free on air and cable, but get even more with DSN Plus, just $6.99 a month. Download the Delmarva Sports Network app from your app store today.
The holidays are a time for family and joyous celebrations. And at CoastTV, we want to see how you're celebrating with Delmarva's Holiday House. Share your holiday decorations outside and inside. Submit your pictures or video of your decor to coasttv.com/holidayhouse. We may share your family photos on CoastTV News. Let's brighten up Delmarva together. Delmarva's Holiday House, thanks to our friends at Beta Beach Builders.
Coverage on the road, in your community, along the coast. The IG Burton First Alert Weather Jeep, live on the street, day or night. From breaking news to weather in your town. The IG Burton First Alert Weather Jeep, coverage you can count on. Get the CoastTV News app. The latest and most up-to-date stories for your coastal community. Coastal news customized to your needs. Download the CoastTV News app on your Apple or Android devices. Coast TV, our community, your news.
It's not Thanksgiving on Coast TV without the National Dog Show. For over 20 years, NBC has aired the prestigious pooch competition. And this year, there is a bittersweet moment. A local man who was a nationally renowned dog handler, Kaz Hosaka, no longer there, but certainly not forgotten.
The Best in Show winner at the 148th Annual Westminster Kennel Club Dog Show is the miniature poodle.
This was the moment Kaz Hosaka and Sage, the miniature poodle, won Best in Show in May 2024, a crowning achievement for the Rehoboth Beach man who spent decades in the dog show world, and sadly his last, after winning and announcing his retirement.
No word. I'm so happy, exciting.
Hosaka passed away just a month later. His presence wistfully absent at this year's National Dog Show.
You know, Kaz was pretty legendary in our world. He was immaculate, he was a great handler, a great groomer, a great person. And we miss all three of those things about him.
Hosaka's accomplishments remembered just as much as his compassion.
I did, babe, yeah.
Lina DuPont says Kaz mentored her daughter and her poodle Chippy.
He was so kind and generous with advice and encouragement, and it meant a lot to her.
Greg Strong knew Hosaka for 40 years and calls his friend
a type of person that would help anybody, whether he knew him or not.
Kaz's love for Sage and the sport made clear to everyone around him.
He always had time to talk to people. We would always see Kaz running to the ring because he always had people back at his station that he was talking to. He was a celebrity.
His passion and professionalism lives on even now.
We think about him all the time. You walk through the poodle area and you can't do that without thinking of Kaz.
Gone but never forgotten at the National Dog Show.
He was just an exceptional individual, and they don't make him like that anymore.
For Coastal Connections, I'm Madeline Overturf.
And don't forget, the National Dog Show airs right here on Coast TV today at noon. Coast TV News Today returns right after this break.
This morning's weather forecast courtesy of Bath by Spicer Brothers, a Delmarva tradition for over 20 years.
Transform your bath today with Bath by Spicer Brothers.
Ask about our Refresh for Less Black Friday promotion. A new bath or shower for just $69.95 plus 20% off all upgrades.
Imagine stepping into a beautifully renovated bath designed by our experts and installed by our certified professionals.
Call our office by December 15th and schedule your free in-home consultation to take advantage of the $69.95 Refresh for Less Black Friday promotion.
Before you sign, keep Bath by Spicer Brothers in mind, because you deserve the best.
Mondays at 5 on Big 107.7. It's time to huddle up and talk football.
We're talking touchdowns, tackles, and everything in between.
From game-changing plays to the latest news around the league.
We'll take a deep dive into all of the plays that made a difference.
We'll see you in the end zone.
Catch the End Zone, Mondays at 5 on Big 107.7. Sponsored by Tyndall's Casual Furniture and North Star Heating and Air Conditioning. Introducing Paisano, the authentic pizza oven by Granite Stone. Now make the world's most delicious pizza with real stone right in your own home. You simply set it and let it make golden, crispy, extra cheesy stone-baked pies in under 6 minutes. You can get your Paisano pizza oven for just 3 easy payments of $39.99. Plus, we'll ship your entire order free.
Call 1-800-608-5198 or order online at buypaisano.com.
Sleigh's the Holidays. It's back on 93.5 The Beach. Listen for the cue to call and win your share of amazing rock prizes like autographed and signed guitars, drum heads, concert tickets, limited edition vinyl, and other exciting memorabilia. Sleigh's the Holidays is sponsored by Charm City Run Rehoboth Beach. Get all the details at 935thebeach.com. It all starts next week. Happy Holidays from 93.5 The Beach.
Download the free CoastTV First Alert weather app today.
Time is now 5:15 on your Thanksgiving Thursday morning. We're going to take a live look right now at Lewis. Looking very good there, Bob, but I'm more curious to see what's behind you. I want to see the feast you have going on there.
Yeah, I know. We're getting all the fixings together, right, Paige? You got the big bird that's probably going in the oven soon, right? And all the fixings. So we're looking forward to that. I don't know if we're all thankful for the rain, but in a way we are because we've been in drought conditions so long. So we're looking at the morning rain heavy at times. So if you are running to the store, wherever you're going, watch out for wet roads. There's going to be ponding on the roads too. And once again, some of that rain will be heavy at times, drying out into the afternoon and then breezy and colder by this evening. So it's not going to be an all-day rain, but boy, it's going to be a soaker this morning. Already starting to see a few showers breaking out across Sussex County, but we're seeing a steadier rain now moving on to the eastern shore from Bucktown up to American Corner and then into Kent and Newcastle counties. You've got heavier rain there back into the Annapolis area, and unfortunately it will be a washout in New York for the big Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade. Hopefully they can get the balloons up. In the colder air, we're talking about snow across areas of Pennsylvania and New England. They're going to get accumulating snow, but we're on the warm side of this system as it is tracking to our west. Right now, low pressure across the Ohio and Tennessee valleys, and you can see all the rain that we still have to come. But then behind this system, we've got a lot of cold air in Canada that will be pouring into the plains and eventually heading our way this weekend. But it's mild out there right now. No worries of icy conditions with temperatures well into the 50s, 55 Salisbury, Georgetown 56, Bethany Beach, and Rehoboth, both at 57. And we've got a wind coming off the ocean, so that's keeping us mild. And those winds will eventually shift to the south and west as we go through the morning hours as the rain picks up. So here's Futurecast. We're getting into the steady rain. Could see some breaks from time to time, and that rain will be heavy, maybe around 10 a.m. around Delmarva up to Seaford. And then everybody's in the steady rain later in the morning with temperatures into the mid-50s. Might get a break around the noon hour, and then I think we do have a few more showers. And then it's over by mid-afternoon. You could probably work off some of that turkey, maybe throw the football around. Sun coming out. It's getting breezy, 50s and then 40s this evening. Overnight with clear skies, temperatures are dipping pretty quickly. By tomorrow morning, we're looking at 30. So if you're headed out to the stores for Black Friday, I don't know if people are still doing that, mainly online, right? But we are looking at chilly conditions. And as we go through your Friday, we could increase the clouds by the afternoon and high right around 50 degrees. As far as rain from this system, we'll say about a quarter to maybe about 4/10 of an inch of rain. So definitely a good soaking, obviously not the best timing. And then the big story is a blast of winter this weekend into next week. We're looking at highs 10 to 20 degrees below average. Overnight lows into the 20s, highs only into the 40s. It will be staying dry, but very, very cold. So make sure you winterize your home before this big cold snap. Here's your Paul Davis 7-day forecast. Most of Thanksgiving is wet. Then we'll see sunshine later today, 58, only 50 on Friday, and then the deep freeze for the weekend into early to middle part of next week. Highs only in the lower 40s. Overnight lows well down into the 20s. So make sure you protect your pipes and all those other things with the cold weather. Umbrella giveaway winner today is Robert McCoy from Salisbury. Congratulations to Robert on his brand new umbrella from Paul Davis and Coast TV.
Bob, thank you. Right outside of Brandywine Counseling in Milford, you're going to see a vending machine, and it has things like hygiene kits and opioid rescue kits. All of the items in the machine are free. You just have to enter your zip code. The Delaware Department of Health and Social Services says vending machines are a way to combat drug use in Delaware.
This is a lifesaver. This is a game changer right here. That's their only hope. Without that, they don't have anything. They have a lot of dead people around.
The vending machines can also be found in Wilmington, Newark, Dover, and in Georgetown at the Pallet Village. Well, right now, the Milton Chamber of Commerce warning members about a fake email scam that's asking for donations for veterans hospice care. The chamber says these emails are fake. They are not connected to their organization. They're urging recipients to ignore the email, report them as spam, and do not send them any money. The chamber also reminds everyone they will never request donations via email. Coming up this morning, leftover pumpkin plans. Animals might be hungry for your Halloween scraps. Stick with us on Coast TV News Today. Local businesses are the lifeblood of our communities.
When you're shopping for gifts this holiday season, please buy local.
I'm Paige.
And I'm Leah from Coast Life, and we're urging you to buy from businesses on Delmarva this holiday season.
Whether it be cars, toys, or furniture.
When you shop local, you support your local community, you protect local jobs, and you strengthen the local economy.
So let's use our buying power.
Because together, we make Delmarva stronger.
With all the choices of services on Delmarva, where do you even begin? Trust experts of various fields with Delmarva Experts. Sponsored by Kitchen Concepts Plus, Chesapeake Eye Center, Apple Discount Drugs, FLC Energy, Spicer Brothers Construction, Mattress Peddlers, Homewell Care Services, Robinson's Jewelry and Coin Shop, Delmarva Acupuncture and Wellness Center, Mast Audiology Services, Riptide Restoration, and Delmarva Day. Delmarva Experts, local experts right when you need them.
You like to keep your beard perfectly groomed, but she hates all that mess. Now there's VacuTrim by Bell & Howell, the total body shaver that trims your hair and vacuums it up. VacuTrim stainless steel blades give you a precision cut, while the built-in vacuum captures the hair shavings. It has 20 trim settings to shape your beard and tame body hair with no mess. Get VacuTrim with free shipping for only $39.95.
Call 1-800-263-0608. That's 1-800-263-0608 or go to vacutrim.com.
Coverage on the road, in your community, along the coast. The IG Burton First Alert Weather Jeep, live on the street, day or night. From breaking news to weather in your town. The IG Burton First Alert Weather Jeep, coverage you can count on.
What I love most about living on Delmarva has to be the agriculture. Being here, I think I just have a greater appreciation for the land that I live on, seeing, driving through cornfields, seeing farmers. I just have a greater appreciation for it. Even seeing, like farm equipment driving on the highway, I just feel more connected to the food I'm eating and where I'm living.
Coast TV, our community, your news, where every story hits close to home. Lighten up your week. Subscribe to the Coast TV Feel Good Friday newsletter. Sign up now for free at coasttv.com. Get your weekly dose of joy directly to your inbox.
Do you have any leftover pumpkins on your porch? Because if you're looking to get rid of them, some local farmers would love to have them. Laura Ritter owns Goat Joy in Harbison and says pumpkins actually make a great and healthy snack for her farm friends. Ritter says her goats and even her chickens, they all benefit from eating pumpkins.
There's been some research about pumpkin seeds helping to control their internal parasite loads. They're just nutritionally good for them, very high in vitamins and minerals.
But we do have an important note to add. Ritter cannot accept carved, painted, or already decomposing pumpkins, but she and her goats would love your whole pumpkins that are in good shape. State park goers, you'll want to hear this one. 2025 state park passes and surf fishing permits go on sale Tuesday, December 3rd at 8 a.m. They can be bought at state park offices or online. Denmark says delivery, that can take up to 3 weeks, so be patient. The annual park passes cost $35 for locals. Surf fishing permits range from $70 to $180, depending on the residency in the peak access. Well, no one's probably going surf fishing today, at least Bob, I would imagine. It's not the best day for it.
Well, they say the fish bite better, I think, when it's raining. Maybe they come to the surface. I don't know.
I don't know either. Never done it.
We'll have to see. But otherwise, it's going to be a washout out there at the beaches today. And it's going to be breezy as well. Temperatures in the 50s, even around 60 in Fenwick Island. The same for Ocean City. Waves kicking up around 3 to 5 feet. Then we're in the 50s, upper 50s for Lewis and Rehoboth with rain. It's going to be a rainy time if you are heading up to Cape May on the ferry. On the bay side, we're looking at Cambridge with the rain as we go through the day. And then we're also looking at rain for Crisfield as well. Then we're starting to look at things drying out later today. And then it gets really cold into the weekend and next week. December off to a very cold start. More on that coming up in the next half hour.
Bob, thank you. Also coming up today on Coast TV News today, a car overturns in Rehoboth Beach. What we know so far about that accident. And after being closed for months in Lewis, Angola Road will soon partially welcome drivers again. And Parking Solutions, Ocean City greenlighting a new plan to ease street congestion. We have that and more after the break.
Hi, Chef Daniel Green here with Rice Robot, the 1, 2, 3 rice cooker. Watch, 1 add the white cup for rice, 2 add the blue cup for water, 3 click it and let Rice Robot perfectly cook it.
The secret is perfect cook technology for even cooking. Then Rice Robot senses when it's done, auto stops and keeps it warm to serve.
It won't burn, overcook or undercook, guaranteed.
Get the complete Rice Robot cooking system, all for just $39.99. Order now.
Stay tuned to get a free automatic toilet bowl cleaner from Mermaid. Your sink stopper's broken, and fixing a drain is a pain. Introducing Mermaid Drain Magic, the instant solution to most broken drains. Just remove and replace. In seconds, you can fill and drain with a simple press of a button. Drain Magic makes replacing your old, broken, rusty, even missing sink stoppers fast and easy. Drain Magic's anti-clogging basket helps prevent clogs in your sink, catching hair, food, even jewelry. Made with brass and chrome and a silicone gasket, it creates a watertight seal. Order your Mermaid Drain Magic today for only $19.99 and get a Mermaid toilet bowl cleaner absolutely free. Drop it in the tank for up to 3 months of cleaning. But wait, this could be your last chance to get Drain Magic at this low price with free toilet bowl cleaner. There's a strict limit of 3, so order now.
Call 1-800-944-6857 or visit GetDrainMagic.com. So call 1-800-944-6857 or visit GetDrainMagic.com now.
You owe this group of seniors to play your very best, because a year from now, juniors, and 2 years from now, sophomores, and 3 from now, freshmen, you're going to be sitting in this locker room for the last time, right? And you're going to want those guys that are in that locker room with you to play with everything they have for you, right? You owe them that, because someday you're going to want the guys in that locker room with you to play that way for you.
Now on Coast TV News.
We're starting our Thanksgiving Day with cloudy skies, rain developing across Delmarva. The rain could be heavy at times this morning, then drying out later today, and a cooler Black Friday, then a big chill for this upcoming weekend. Details coming up.
Holiday travel is well underway on Delmarva. We are speaking to some travelers who made the trip to our area. And counting down the hours until the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade. Security preparations that are underway so everyone has a fun and safe day. And don't get scammed. Tips to keep your money safe while you're hunting for those Black Friday deals.
This is Coast TV News Today.
It's Thursday, November 28th. Good morning, everybody. I'm Paige Marley. Thanks for joining us as we continue in our 5 o'clock hour. Now, if you're up early, I'm not sure what you're doing. Are you putting the turkey in the oven? I've heard you got to do that real early as we bring in Bob right now. Bob, those turkey trotters, though, I don't know. It's a little too cold, potentially rainy for me to be running today.
Yeah, I would think so, Paige. The turkey trot definitely kind of a washout this morning. Maybe the runners like a little wet. And if you are putting the bird in the oven this morning, we are seeing some showers breaking out across Sussex County around Georgetown right now. Light showers here. We're seeing heavier rain moving on to the eastern shore, to northern parts of Delaware, New Jersey, and up into New York. It's going to be a washout for them for the big parade, but it's snowy through Pennsylvania and interior Northeast. We're watching a low pressure developing to our west, and you can see all the rain still headed our our way. So get ready for a very wet morning. Temperatures are mild, so no worries of any ice with temperatures in the 50s. Winds are picking up out of the southeast. Here's Futurecast. We've got the rain picking up in intensity this morning. Wet roads, take it slow out there. Watch for ponding on the roads too. Mid-morning, that's when we're into the heavy rain into the late morning hours. Then it does start to taper off as we go into the afternoon. In fact, I think we'll see some sunshine as we go into the afternoon hours. Maybe you can throw the football around a little bit with temperatures into the 50s and getting pretty breezy into this evening. So if you're traveling this morning, I did give it the red light. Rainy, do take it slow out there, but better as we go into the afternoon and evening. I gave it the green light for afternoon sun and drier conditions.
Sounds good, Bob. Thank you. Locally, many of you might be heading out of town for Thanksgiving, but a lot of people are already coming here to enjoy the holiday. Flights have been arriving at Wilmington and Salisbury airports, and we spoke with some travelers who say their trips weren't too difficult. One couple who are happy to escape the snowy conditions up north.
We got out of the snow. We beat the traffic. It was great.
Very good. I made it super easy. That was my first time in Salisbury Airport, and it was a very small plane, so that was a little different than what I was used to, but just being able to get right off the plane and like a 2-minute walk to the car, that was nice.
We're now going to take a look at the Bay Bridge. This is heading west. A lot of people are going to be taking this road. I'll be there tomorrow, but right now, oh, pretty dead. One car there, not too bad. But more than 71 million people, they're expected to be on the roads this week. According to AAA, if you're keeping score at home, that's actually going to be a record. All right, very cool. A lot of people, be careful on the roads. We're going to talk money now. The national price of Thanksgiving dinner, it is down a bit, $3 from last year. Now it's at $58. But in Delaware, according to NASDAQ prices, they're actually up about 45 cents. That makes the total for that feast $64.50. People were filling up their carts and checking out on Wednesday. Some did notice some price changes. Others were not really bothered by the price.
That's the difference between last year and this year. The only thing that's going down seems to be the gas.
I think things are about the same. We kind of buy the same stuff. We're okay. We're hosting Thanksgiving for 17, so we kind of break the bank no matter what.
The $58 national price tag for a Thanksgiving dinner is the lowest it's been since 2021. Now, once the turkey and the stuffing are all gone, you know it. It's time for Black Friday shopping, Small Business Saturday, and Cyber Monday, all the shopping. Maryland Attorney General Anthony Brown, however, is reminding shoppers to look out for scams. Fake websites, misleading ads, and gift card schemes tend to spike during the holidays. To stay safe, the AG recommends shopping directly with trusted retailers, avoiding suspicious links, and making sure websites are secure with HTTPS in the URL. And if you're donating to charities, double check that the organizations are legitimate. The National Retail Federation estimates roughly 184 million people are going to shop in-store and online from Thanksgiving through Cyber Monday. They found people plan to spend on average roughly $902 per person, with total spending reaching as much as $989 billion. A finance expert at NerdWallet says many stores will begin slashing prices as early as October, which should help consumers spread out their spending a little bit more.
Some of the bigger ticket items, it can actually really matter what day you decide to buy. The prices fluctuate so much in the lead up to the holidays.
Black Friday is still the busiest shopping day, with more than 132 million Americans saying they plan to spend. I know you're excited. We're only a couple hours away from a Thanksgiving staple on NBC. Of course, we're talking the 98th annual Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade. It kicks off on CoastTV at 8:30 this morning. The massive balloons, they're inflated. They're waiting to make their way through the heart of New York City for all to see. New York City officials say their entire team is taking extra security measures this year to make sure parade watchers are safe. Months of planning and preparation has gone behind this event.
Those attention to detail that I think are so important and what really make the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade so special.
Preparations for the 2.5-mile parade route stretched well before Thanksgiving Eve. Designers, painters, builders, engineers, they all spent months in a New Jersey warehouse at work on 22 floats. Can't wait to see it. Also, maybe you can't wait for some football. While celebrating Turkey Day today, tune into CoastTV for your Thursday night football. Today, it's the Miami Dolphins and Green Bay Packers. You can watch right here on CoastTV starting at 8 p.m. We're going to head to Ocean City now. Do you know what tandem parking is? It's where one car blocks in another car. Well, it's one solution Ocean City is considering to save space and open more parking spots in the coastal town. On Tuesday, Ocean City Council discussed changing their parking rules to allow tandem parking. According to the Ocean City manager, this would apply to private homes and condos in town. Locals tell us they see some pros and some cons.
I think that if it were a private home, that would be acceptable because you'd know who you're parking next to. However, if it were a public area such as a condominium, that may not work out very well.
Once the recommended changes are made, this will go in front of the OC Council for a first reading on December 16th. Angola Road in Lewis, which has been closed for months, will partially reopen on Monday, December 2nd. That's according to DelDOT. While the road will be open, drivers should still expect some lane closures during the day. The right turn lane onto Route 24 will remain closed. Full paving of that road is expected to be finished by spring. A car returned in Rehoboth Beach. We're going to show you the scene this week on Grove Street and Columbia Avenue. Firefighters say they worked to safely remove the driver, actually through the sunroof. The driver was then taken to the hospital. Police are still investigating what caused that accident. We still have a lot more news to get to this morning, so don't go anywhere. Coming up, how the Brandywine Valley SPCA is stepping in to show some extra love to its shelter pets this Thanksgiving. And coming up in sports, we have a preview of this weekend's state championship game for Indian River football. But first, an updated roadmap for the new shopping center project in Seaford. Stick with us on Coast TV News Today.
Mondays at 5 on Big 107.7. It's time to huddle up and talk football.
We're talking touchdowns, tackles, and everything in between. From game-changing plays to the latest news around the league.
We'll take a deep dive into all of the plays that made a difference.
We'll see you in the end zone.
Catch the End Zone, Mondays at 5 on Big 107.7. Sponsored by Tyndall's Casual Furniture and North Star Heating and Air Conditioning.
You need to lose weight, but you hate lugging out that big blender for a healthy shake. Hi, Chef Daniel Green here with my Bionic Blade, the new handheld blender that's rechargeable, so you can make a fast, healthy shake anywhere. Designed like this shake bottle you take to the gym, it has the motor and blades built right into the lid. Bionic Blade quickly creates smooth drinks just like the big blenders. But this is portable, so you can make a shake anywhere. Make pina coladas right by poolside. Even grind coffee beans and make a quick, refreshing iced coffee pick-me-up on the go.
Get the Bionic Blade for just $29.99 and we'll even ship it to you free. But wait, order now and get 2 sipping lids, a second large blender container, plus the sports lid. Yours free. You'll get this entire portable blending system for just $29.99. Call or click now.
To order, call 1-800-709-7148 or go to buybionicblade.com. So call 1-800-709-7148 or you can order online at buybionicblade.com.
Thanksgiving Day. Your favorite traditions are only on NBC and Peacock.
Come on, let's turkey drive.
Feast your eyes on the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade.
Welcome to the Parade of Parades.
The National Dog Show. And Dolphins, Packers in prime time.
Glad you're with us for the last course. Off we go.
It's all Thanksgiving Day, only on NBC and Peacock.
5:37 on this, well, increasingly cloudy Thursday morning. Ocean City, 58, and we're awaiting the rain there. Seeing showers now spreading into Sussex County. The steadier rain across the eastern shore and to the north as well. And we'll be watching this rain building in. We have got more rain to the southwest. In the colder air up to the north, we're talking about snow, interior parts of the northeast. But no snow for us. Temperatures in the 50s out the door right now. 57 Delmarva, 58 Bethany Beach and Rehoboth. And we've got a southeast breeze right now. So here's our thankful checklist. We're thankful for, well, afternoon sunshine. We're also, in a way, thankful for the rain. I know it's not the best timing. And we're also thankful for no snow, family and friends, apple and pumpkin pie, all the good things that come with Thanksgiving. 58 degrees for today. Remember the Coast TV First Alert weather phone. It's sponsored by Baird Mandalis, Brockstead, and Federico.
Bob, thank you. New this morning, one shopping center in Seaford has big plans for the upcoming year. City leaders say the Nylon Capital Shopping Center is wrapping up demolition and ramping up the building. We're going to show you a look at an updated roadmap for the project. City leaders say demolition will finish by the end of the year. Multiple buildings will fill in through next year. Seaford's Economic Development Director saying this project should see major developments next year.
With anything, those dates are always fluid, but now we're really getting down to brass tacks, and those things are starting to really take shape.
Seaford leaders say the first finished building at the center should be open by the end of January. Well, don't forget don't miss out on some Sunday night football this weekend. It's the San Francisco 49ers and the Buffalo Bills. Coverage of that game starts at 7, and then you can stay tuned Sunday for your local news right after the game.
Delmarva Sports Network from the Wawa Studios.
This Saturday, Indian River football takes on Tattnall for the 1A state championship. And while the action unfolds at 1 p.m., we'll be watching along, and you should join us. Another year of state championship games means another year of the Wawa Watch Party. We'll have a watch along from the Wawa Studios where we'll watch the game live, talk about storylines and expectations, and interact with our viewers. These were a whole lot of fun last year when Stephen Decatur and Kate Penlopen made their runs to the final, so make sure to tune in this Saturday at 1 p.m. And with football wrapping up, that means basketball is right around the corner. Join us on DSN as we prepare for another thrilling season of hoops action. Make sure to download the DSN app and subscribe to DSN Plus for updates. That'll do it for sports. Have a great day, everyone.
And tonight on the Delmarva Sports Network at 4:30, it's Stellar Fight 61, and that's followed by Stellar Fights 64 at 8:30. And Luke mentioned it, the Wawa Watch Party for the 1A DIAA State Championship coming our way, featuring Tattnall and Indian River. Join the DSN crew for a live analysis and reaction of the game on Saturday at 1. The Delmarva Sports Network will have the opportunity for all the fans to chat with us and let us know where you're watching via Facebook. Some entertainment news now. Here's David Daniel with today's Hollywood Minute.
Excuse me, sir. Is this boat for hire? It is your lucky day.
Paddington in Peru has found a new day to arrive in the U.S. Sony has moved the release of the third Paddington pick from January 17th to February 14th. That's not just Valentine's Day, but also the start of President's Day weekend.
They're a blast.
Desperate Housewives creator Mark Cherry is thinking reboot, but don't expect to see any familiar faces from the long-running series. Cherry tells People magazine he'd like to return to Wisteria Lane, but in an earlier time, like the 1960s.
I had to make multiple decisions.
Dune director Denis Villeneuve has made a decision about another sci-fi franchise. He says he has no interest in directing a Star Wars movie. On the Town podcast, Villeneuve said he was a huge fan of the first two Star Wars films as a kid, but Return of the Jedi made him angry. He says it turned out to be a comedy for kids.
Let's get out of here.
In Hollywood, I'm David Daniel.
For our Bless Our Children campaign. That money goes to local nonprofits who hand select families in need so that every child gets a gift Christmas morning. And here are some of the folks who have already helped make that happen.
And we want to thank businesses, groups, individuals, and so many more who have donated at least $1,000 to the Bless Our Children campaign and stepped up to join the Shell Brothers Challenge.
Here's a Shell Brothers honor roll in amounts given in increments of $1,000.
Atlantic Community Foundation, James Maloney.
Eastern Shore Corvette Club, Inc. Tony Tank Tribe, number 149. Carolyn D. Lehman Johnson, Midway Par 3.
Edward Jones Office of Melinda Tinkle. Jeff and Ann Vitas. In loving memory of John Angelis. Kathy and Michael Newcomb.
Apgar Turf Farm, Inc. Suicide Bridge Restaurant in memory of Bill Hickman.
Eastern Shore Region Antique Automobile Car Club. SPI Farmer Incorporated. Peninsula Imaging LLC. Johnny Janosic.
In loving memory of Sean Noel.
Classic Cakes.
David and Louise. Willard's Lions Club. Mr. and Mrs. R. Dean Goldsboro.
Rose Wheaton. Horsey Poultry Farm LLC. American Legion Post 64. Tops Cut Off. American Legion Sinpuxent Post 166.
Jefferson, Orion, Doan, and Sterner, PA. Pepsi Bottling Ventures. Crowley Associates Realty, Inc. Murray's Residential Services.
Eastern Shore Auctions by Willie Benton. Burris Logistics. Terra Firma of Delmarva Paving. Alan Corman and Son Incorporated.
Lewis Rehoboth Moose Lodge 646. J. Stacy Hart and Associates. Dwayne and Brandy Geis Absolute PDR.
ABC Refrigeration Incorporated in memory of Pop. Ramco Solutions. Miranda, Hard, and O'Leary Contracting LLC. Closet Works of Delmarva LLC.
Unfinished Business Thrift Shop. Idlewild Ruritan Club. Redmond Orphans Board. Painting in America Made Great Again Early Johnson Painting.
HVAC Services Unlimited Incorporated. Contractors for Case Foundation. Mike Singleton's Pest Control. Shore Fund Tractor Pullers.
Historical Vintage Car Club of Delaware, Inc. In memory of Maurice and Pearl Jordan.
Sons and Daughters of Italy in Ocean City Lodge number 2474. Dagsboro Paint and Wallpaper. Chris's Pool Service.
Lydia's Grab and Go Bistro. IES Residential, Inc. In memory of Joan Louise Ranger. Creative Concepts.
Collins Wharf Sod. K&T Utilities LLC. Eastern Shore Traffic LLC. Chesapeake Trenching Incorporated.
G.R. Campbell Construction. Cox's RV Repair. Zion Church of Salisbury Women of Faith. Wheels That Heal Car Club. American Legion Auxiliary Cinnapunxet Unit 166.
Preston Gromark FS. American Veterans Thrift Store. Cheer Incorporated Employees. Daisy's Well Drilling. CG's Beach Bays.
American Legion Nanacoke Squadron 6. B&R Auto Parts, Inc.
Again, we appreciate all of you taking on the Shell Brothers Challenge as part of WBOC and Coast TV's Bless Our Children campaign.
And if you'd like to help, you can donate on our website at blessourchildren.org.
Thank you for helping WBOC, Coast TV, and DSN lend a hand.
And together, we can make the holidays this year a very special one.
Bless Our Children is administered by the Draper Holdings Charitable Foundation.
As the Christmas season rolls around, we welcome everyone to share their holiday decorations. We want to see all your bright lights and your festive setups. Submit pictures and videos right now to coasttv.com/holidayhouse.
We're seeing rain overspreading Delmarva this Thanksgiving morning. 59 in Ocean City right now. We're looking at a washout as we go through the morning hours with a wet Thanksgiving through mid-afternoon, then clearing skies. A dry and cool Friday, then very cold beginning this weekend and lasting much of next week. I'll have your forecast details in 2 minutes. Stay tuned.
Listen to Coast Country 103.9 and 106.3. We're Delmarva proud.
At Atlantic General Hospital, we've been busy. Busy expanding healthcare services that are second to none in our region. From cancer care and women's health services to orthopedics, gastroenterology, and more, we provide advanced health technologies delivered by top providers. Expert care every day. It's what you can count on from Atlantic General Hospital.
Michael Anderson of Anderson Wealth Management has the strategies you need to help plan your retirement. Catch Wise Money right here on WRDE.
DSN Plus is more energy. Extra live games and on-demand replays anytime, anywhere. DSN Plus is more hype. From playoff matchups and unified football to marching band showcases, we highlight what makes Delmarva unique. DSN Plus is more hometown pride. We go wherever our teams go with up to 5 live games every weeknight. DSN is still free on air and cable, but get even more with DSN Plus, just $6.99 a month. Download the Delmarva Sports Network app from your app store today.
Capture your favorite moments at the Coast TV photo booth. Strike a pose and snap a pic, all for free. View previous pictures and see the next event at coasttv.com under the Features tab. The Coast TV photo booth, sponsored by Baths by Spicer Brothers.
Slays the holidays. It's back on 93.5 The Beach. Listen for the cue to call and win your share of amazing rock prizes like autographed and signed guitars, drum heads, concert tickets, limited edition vinyl, and other exciting memorabilia. Slays the Holidays is sponsored by Charm City Run Rehoboth Beach. Get all the details at 935thebeach.com. It all starts next week. Happy holidays from 93.5 The Beach.
Time is now 5:48 on your Thursday as we go take a live look right now at Ocean City. Bob, a lot of us have been talking about the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade today as well, and you were letting us know should still be okay. right?
Well, yeah, you have to wear your rain gear for
Yeah.
sure. It's going to be wet. It's just a matter of the balloons, Paige, and can they fly them? Because we are looking at, winds. Will they reach that criteria where they have to be lower? Well, we'll have to see about that. Of course, Thanksgiving, all the fixings today, and not the best timing for the rain, but it is nice to see it in a way to put a dent in our drought. Morning rain, heavy at times. It's drying out into the afternoon, and then it's breezy and colder by this evening. I think we will see some sunshine this afternoon, but right now it's a rain beginning to build into Sussex County around Seaford, Georgetown, Lewis, and Bridgeville starting to get into some steadier rain. Nothing in Salisbury and back to the coast right now, but the eastern shore around Greensboro to Easton, you're starting to see the rain there, and then steadier rain back through Annapolis and D.C. and back into Jersey as well. And in the colder air, we're talking about snow across areas of Pennsylvania and into New England. They're going to see a good accumulation of snow there. So if you're traveling there, that's where winter is. But for us, it's just plain rain that extends off to our south and west with low pressure developing to our west. And we're on the warm side of the system, so it's just going to be rain for us. And then once the system moves through, it's going to open the floodgates to cold air, the coldest air of the season now, gaining strength through southern Canada, and that will be pouring in through the plains and then heading our way. But right now, it's mild. We're looking at 57 in Delmarva, 56 in Georgetown, and 56 in Seaford. We do have a southeast wind right now, which will eventually turn to the south and west. So let's track the rain. It's building in as we go through the morning hours. It will get steady to maybe heavy at times. Watch for ponding on the roads and take it much slower out there. Wind shift to the southwest. Temperatures don't move very much. Here's 10 a.m. Some of that rain is getting heavy with temperatures into the 50s, and we'll continue the rain, I think, through early afternoon. Then by 3 o'clock, maybe you can get outside and throw the football around a little bit, work off the turkey, because I think we will see some sunshine and temperatures in the 50s. It does get breezy, and then it does get colder through the overnight with clear skies. And by Friday morning, maybe you're headed out to the stores. We're looking at cold temperatures in the 30s, and then as we go into the afternoon, increasing clouds, maybe a stray shower, but I think it does stay dry, but cooler. Highs only around 50, and then it gets really cold. Saturday morning, at least lower 30s inland, and even at the coast, I think some 20s. And look at this, by 4 o'clock, we do not even break 40 in a lot of places on Saturday. Lots of sunshine and temperatures stuck in the 30s and feeling much colder with the wind. Here's the rain amounts for today. Not a lot, about 0.2 to about 0.4, but we'll take it. And then, of course, the big story is the blast of winter this weekend into next week. High temperatures 10 to 20 degrees below average. Overnight lows into the 20s. Make sure you winterize your house. If you're in an older house, make sure you protect your pipes. It will be staying dry, not seeing any snow with this cold air. Paul Davis 7-day forecast, 58 with the rain today, 50 on Friday. Then the deep freeze, highs only lower 40s weekend through early next week with sunshine, but very cold through the overnight with lows well down into the 20s.
Bob, thank you. Happening today, the Brandywine Valley SPCA will be serving up plates of love to shelter pets as part of a holiday feast. This begins at 11 across all campuses. Volunteers and staff will provide pets with new supplies and food, and the SPCA says this long-standing tradition continues to expand each year as the Thanksgiving feast for pets spending Thanksgiving in the shelter grows.
We're looking at dry roads as of now in Salisbury on the Toutle Health Camp, but that will change through the morning hours as the rain develops. It overspreads the area and it gets heavy at times. It will be wet through mid-afternoon and then clearing skies, dry and cool Friday, then very cold beginning this weekend. Your 10-day forecast is coming up next.
See the beauty of Delmarva from a bird's eye view. Soaring over the shore, Mondays on CoastTV News at 6. Sponsored by Morse Roofing and Siding.
Once upon a time in Rehoboth Beach was a lost little elf, his home far from reach. When all of a sudden he saw a twinkling sign. A magical winter village? Could it be mine? His eyes grew wide as he walked through the doors. The North Pole, you say? No, Shellville, of course. A magical maze was his first stop on the tour. Wasting no time at all, he set out to explore. With so much to discover and so much to do, he knew for a fact all his dreams would come true. After all the excitement, he needed a treat, a warm, tasty beverage to help move his feet. No longer did he feel so lost and alone. our brave little elf had found a new home.
Have you ever felt leg pain, restlessness, cramps, tingling, swelling, numbness, itchiness, or coldness? Then you need the new, clinically proven Legzercise Pro, the natural circulation booster that uses continuous automatic leg movement to soothe pain and promote healthy circulation the natural drug-free way.
After using Legzercise for a week, I felt like I wanted to go for a walk again without pain like I used to.
Legzercise Pro's patented walking simulator propulsion technology moves your feet back and forth along its concave track, creating constant movement and flex at both the knee and ankle joints. It's like having a physical therapist right in your own home.
It's helped with the swelling and the pain. The tingling feeling is gone.
Call right now and order your very own Legzercise Pro, the clinically proven automatic leg mover that soothes pain and naturally promotes healthy circulation. Call now.
Tonight on NBC and Peacock.
Come on, let's turkey try.
Dolphins. Wow. Packers. Touchdown. In prime time. Now that's something to be thankful for.
Glad you're with us for the last course. Off we go.
Tonight on NBC and Peacock.
In today's Health Minute, Mandy Gaither has more with a dietitian who's debunking common myths about Thanksgiving meals and celebrations.
It's time for turkey, stuffing, and all those traditional Thanksgiving dishes. But if you've heard eating this bird makes you tired, that's not exactly true.
The turkey's not necessarily to blame.
Registered dietitian Sarah Ream with Orlando Health says it's true that turkey contains small amounts of an amino acid called tryptophan, which is needed to release hormones that can make a person relax. But for the meat to make you sleepy, you'd need to eat a lot of it. If you're tired after turkey, Ream says the likely culprit is excessive carbohydrate consumption, causing a blood sugar spike.
That subsequent blood sugar drop that comes down after that, as our bodies are kind of starting to normalize and process and digest that food, that's what's actually causing us to be tired.
Ream says many people tend to overeat on Thanksgiving, but it's another misconception that you have to eat excessive amounts of food.
I would really encourage you to stay more in tune with your body. Listen to your hunger and your fullness cues.
While Americans are used to their Thanksgiving staples, Ream says it's a misconception that you can't stray away from that. She recommends swapping out some ingredients for healthier ones.
Items that have a little bit less of those inflammatory ingredients, like our saturated fat, our added sugar, and our sodium, are ways to make things a little bit healthier, a little bit more nutritious for us, without changing the whole Thanksgiving meal.
For Health Minute, I'm Mandy Gaither.
Time is now 5:56 this morning. We got to check in with our coastal pet of the day. Today's coastal pet of the day is Esmeralda. She is ready for Thanksgiving. Yes, she is. And she tells us sweet potatoes is one of her favorites. Me too, Esmeralda. Love that. And don't forget, we want to see all your pets on Delmarva. Send us photos like that one. Tell us what makes your pet so special. All you got to do is scan that QR code right there on your screen, and then you can submit pictures of your friends to Coast TV News. And then always watch weekdays from 5 to 7. You'll see all the pets we feature. Time is now 5:57, and now it's time for a look at your forecast before you head out your door. Bob, we could have a better Thanksgiving weather forecast. We could also have a worse Thanksgiving forecast.
Yeah, the worst is this morning, Paige. The better is this afternoon with sunshine, and a lot of folks may be getting those last-minute items for Thanksgiving. We're looking at the rain, so grab the rain gear out the door. Have the umbrella, too. It's rainy, could be heavy at times as we go into the noon hour. Then it ends, and then this afternoon, the sun will come out with temperatures into the upper 50s, a high around 58 degrees. Paul Davis 10-day forecast. Black Friday, mostly sunny, breezy, and cooler. A high around 50. And then it's the deep freeze, not only this weekend, but into all of next week, essentially, with highs only in the low 40s through the midweek period. Overnight lows well down into the 20s, warming up a little bit by the end of next week, but still very cold.
Coming up in our 6 o'clock hour, record travel across the country this Thanksgiving. We're sharing some tips on how to save money while you book your trip.